It's 1 o'clock on the button here, and I will turn on the screen sharing. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. And as it turns out right now, there are no JV partners on the call. So that means you'll just have to listen to me until somebody shows up or they don't. So we'll conduct some things without an actual JV partner, but that's fine. I wanted to share with you some things since last time, and I wanted to first show you the site that I have and a portion of it that might be of value to you. And I'll go over a few things here. First off, within my site, fredgleeck.com, I have fredgleeck.com/training videos, as you can see up here. And what I've now done is I used to give people just sort of unlimited access to all the material that goes on this site, which is a lot on this page, I should say. And I've decided to password protect that. And not password protect it, but just make it so that people have to give me their email address before they get in here. And I thought about that and I just said, you know, I'm giving away so much material, the least people can do is give me their email address. And so I think that that's one of those things that I would encourage you to think about what you're going to be giving away for free, but really for free in exchange for what? In this case, all I'm asking for is an email address. It's easy to unsubscribe. I don't think there's any problems with doing things that way. So I would encourage you to do something similar where you create a boatload of information for your particular field. And again, all these are little videos. Many of them are, short, but broken up really granularly so people can pick and choose what it is they want. So I say here to access hundreds of great videos, just give me your email address. Yes, we'll send you some email every once in a while for things we think you may like, but we'll never share your info. We value your privacy as much as we do our own. So again, trying to tell people, hey, please just give me your email address and I'll be careful with it. I won't abuse it. So that's one thing that I wanted to share with you. And we also have that, by the way, let me just add a tab here and show you seminarmarketingexpert.com. Seminar, if I can spell it, marketingexpert.com. And this particular site, I've done the same thing with. It's a site, and now you notice you have to click on the free seminar marketing training, and you can get to this particular site and go through all of these videos as well. So that's something that you may want to take a look at. Now, since we don't have, good question from Bill. I don't expand my screen. I'll tell you why. Because Bill, what it is that this allows me to more quickly and easily record and produce the video of this particular webinar. So although it appears maybe a little bit truncated to you, it works out much better for the future. Let me just show you. So Bill was asking the question, why is my screen set up the way it is? So let me just show you why I'm doing this. Because when we go to, the reason is actually, Bill and everybody else listening, is that I'm trying to create a 16:9 orientation for this particular event that is simple and easy to produce. So here's what happens from last week if I do it this way. So look. There we go. Let's get started. Okay, so so that means, Bill, that what I'm doing is I am taking, so why a small screen? And the answer is I've got to, Bill DeWeese, welcome. Dave, welcome. I'll be there with you in just a second. Somebody was asking, by the way, why I do this, and both of you can see that I have a fairly small screen. I use a 16:9 orientation because when I go to export this in ScreenFlow, also known as Cool Screen Capture Tool.com, it makes it much easier for me to put into the right form. So, Bill, I'm sorry, but it's easiest for me. I apologize. So on the call right now, we have the infamous, the omnipresent, the voice that's all over. Of course, we're talking about Bill DeWeese. Bill, welcome.
Da, 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 da.
Exactly. So I have your site up here, but
Feel like we need a trumpet fanfare.
yeah, I do need a little bit of a trumpet fanfare there. So why don't you tell everybody in the group here what's going on with you and the site? So that's voice, not vice, voice dash over dash training.org. So update.
And the question is, what is not going on with voice-over-training.org? It's wow, it's a crazy but exciting time. I just got off the telephone with a gentleman who's working on the website now for ERML for SEO purposes, and he thinks actually the most of the heavy lifting will be done by tomorrow, and then a matter of him doing some work over the weekend and making it live next week. So
So what actually is being done and
that's
why?
well, right now actually he's transporting all the content from where he's at over to where it's at. I'm going to update a new video. He wants to reassess the offer that's being made on there, whether we want to keep what's on there or do something updated um, or not. And then he said they've actually already begun the backlinking process, but he said they'll do that, they'll gear that up even more next week. So does that answer your question?
Yeah. So now, in other words, when you're talking about redoing the offer, are you talking about this item right here, which is the 7 keys to a six-figure
Seven
voiceover?
keys, yeah. And I don't know if it's because, and we had a very brief conversation. I'm not sure if it's because he thinks it's not a strong enough offer, or whether I just want to consider doing something new and different, just since we're doing everything else new and different. So,
Now, what are the
so
percentages of people who are opting in?
oh, I think last we looked at was 30 something. I don't know the exact number,
See, that's ridiculously
but
high.
I don't think it's that high anymore. Yeah, I don't think it's that. Yeah, I don't think it's that high right now. Like over the past month or two, and I couldn't give you an exact number.
So, in other words, though, it's still probably above 10%, right?
Yeah, I say yeah. I think it's still pretty strong.
I mean, my tendency would be to say, why should we mess with this if you're getting that kind of response? Again, is he suggesting that we may want to make an offer that is for actual dollars or another offer for opt-ins?
No, he's not opt in. Yeah. And
Got it.
again, I'm not sure if he's just saying it for the fact that we just need to. I know he kind of wants to relook at everything just to make sure everything is, he wants to make sure this pulls, and not pulls but converts.
Well,
And so he's
have you told him that what your numbers have been running?
no, no, we haven't had a discussion about that.
That's the first
Which
thing
again we will next week. Yeah.
yeah, I tell him what the numbers are because I think he'll be shocked to hear that those are your numbers. I think that's pretty amazing in and of itself.
Yeah, and I continue to do the video follow up as well, and that I keep getting met with very nice response to that
Okay, so
video
what
email.
happens is somebody opts in, and then via Cool Video Tool, you send them a video email.
Correct.
And so, are you saying that in almost all of the cases, somebody sends something back and says, "Wow"?
I won't say in all, but well, it's certainly more than half. I would say it's probably approaching, 60 to 70%. Say wow.
Okay, cool.
So it creates some sort of a connection with, it's a personal connection. I think that goes beyond what most people do,
Yeah, and you know
and
what?
it's
Do me a
certainly
favor. Could you show me, or you know what? Just let's see here. I'd like to see what one of those looks like. Can I hand you
yeah.
over the screen for a second and you show people what we're talking about here? I'm just curious what you're sending them.
Like you mean the email?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just go ahead and I'm trying to think what I'll need to do here. See if I can find it.
As soon as you're ready to find it, I'll pass it over to you.
Yeah.
So what we're doing here, folks, is
Just
showing
trying to think
you
of the best way.
what Bill
Trying to think
does
of a keyword
with
that I
each
can
of the
sort of.
opt-ins.
Yeah, let me actually. I think I need to switch to another email program. You can switch over whenever you want. I'm just
Okay. I'm putting it
trying
over
to
to you
find the best
now.
way to.
It's coming to you as we speak. I'm going to have to size down my my window here, but give me a second so that
Okay.
people who are watching this after the fact, um, do you have it yet? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let me
Yeah.
size this down. Hold on one sec. So again, for the purposes of recording this, okie dokie.
Of course, you will see lots of people asking me lots of questions. I'm the favorite go-to person to ask for advice for, it seems. But let me see if I can.
If you click on a sent, you can probably show people what you're sending out.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What actually here I can see where I'm. That's in my comment
Ah,
5.
got it.
I'm sorry. I'm working between 3 different accounts here.
I understand.
And actually, yeah, so it gets a little confusing. I'm trying
And
to
if you
find
can't,
something
if
specific.
everybody watching right now can't see, don't worry about it. You're going to see what we're talking about here in a second. It's irrelevant if you can see all of the scratches and scribbles on Bill's email there.
Yeah, let me, actually, maybe I might have more in my other email account. Oops, I lost it. Where did it go?
They used to think,
Gosh.
and the telltale wave sign that every audio person must deal with.
Yeah, there you go. That's my latest audition that I just sent out to my agent in Hawaii.
Well, let's play that while you're looking for it.
Oh, you want it?
Yeah,
Hold on
just
here.
so we have
Let's
something
see.
to do. We're not sitting here twiddling our thumbs.
Triumphant they ride. Triumphant they ride. Time will stand still as they arrive. They are the heroes, a class apart. Tata Manzer presents Heroes, a class apart. This October, every night at 11.
It's some Indian TV network.
We can't. You know what? The sound doesn't come through that well
You can
because I
hear
think
it?
we've got a delay on this thing.
Okay, and it might be the sound card having a hard time sharing between the different apps.
Okay, so then are you close to this, or should I?
Yeah. Bear with me just 1 second.
Okay.
I have such an avalanche of email. It's unwieldy.
Don't you just
Oh,
want to go into your
man.
Comment 5 account or your Cool Video Tool account?
Well, but the thing is, they don't. Yeah, that's not where their responses will be. That's what the ones that I send. But actually, I use a bill at
No,
BillDeWeese.com
I'm saying I want people to
alias.
see what you're sending out.
Oh, I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you wanted to see what their response was. Yeah. No, I can do that very easily.
Yeah, I just want to see
Let
the
me,
kind of video that you're sending out. Sorry about that.
right. Nope, not at all. So we'll just go to comment5.com.
So what we're trying to do here, folks, is
And
just to show you what Bill is sending out to people. That's getting them all excited and getting them to respond favorably. So this is sort of interesting for you to see an actual. So let's assume that you signed up and all. You can see it. That you basically are signing up to receive one of his emails or his autoresponders on the six-figure voiceover secrets or whatever it is. That's what we're calling it, right? So,
yeah, the 7 steps to a 6-figure income.
so if you click on
It's
sent
6-figure
mail, all
voiceover
that,
specifically. There we go.
and then,
Yep, here they are. Okay, here's 2 that I sent out this morning.
okay, let's see them.
And bring it up here.
Okie doke.
It's to a gentleman. Pop-up blocked. Great. Oh, here we go. Just slow. Oh, here it is.
Do we
All
not
right,
have
can you
a
see that
template?
okay?
Do we not have a template for you?
Yeah, we do. It's loading very slowly right now. For some reason, this is draining all the resources on my
Okay.
old Windows machine here. Yeah, there's a whole logo and everything that goes with this.
Okay.
Let me see if I can just play the video without waiting for, oh my gosh, now it's taking me to another window.
Yep. There it is.
And it's loading, and here we go.
Get your sound up.
Yeah. And play.
Waiting.
Hey there, Simon. How are you? Bill DeWeese here. I just wanted to take a brief moment to say hi and to thank you for stopping by and visiting my site, voice-over-training.org. I appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed the content on the website. I've really tried to, I've worked hard to put
blog posts and videos, and particularly that free audio download that would really be packed full of good content, actionable content, to really give you the tips, tricks, strategies to help to build and move a voiceover business forward and accelerate your voiceover career. So again, I hope you enjoy that. And by the way, I know sometimes it takes a little while for the system to generate a download link for that free audio download. So just in case you haven't received it yet, and I hope you have, but if you haven't, I've copied it, pasted it here at the bottom of this email so that you can have direct access to it and get that and listen to it at your convenience. But I just encourage you to take and use that information to your fullest advantage. And then over the next few days, I'll send some more strategies for building a voiceover business. And then on an ongoing basis, about once or twice a week, I send out an email again, all with information to help you build your voiceover business. So again, I hope you enjoy it and just encourage you to use that to your fullest advantage. Again, Simon, thanks, and hopefully we'll have a chance to meet or speak at some point in the future. Take care.
Yeah, great. And again, one of the things that you're seeing there, I'll get the screen back from you, unless Dave has something to share with us here. Let me see screen sharing 1 second here. Change the presenter. I'll get it back to me. And 1 second here. Okay. So everybody can you see my screen, Bill and Dave?
Yes.
Cool. Excellent. Well, I think one of the things that makes that work, Bill, is that, people are definitely not expecting to receive the video email, and I think that sort of shocks them.
Yeah.
And I think that it really does create a direct connection. And I swear, I think that you can. Let's hope that after this, the Irmalization of the site takes place. By that we mean, folks, we have this guy named Irmal, so he's Irmalizing the site. So we're talking about getting Bill a lot more traffic. And as the traffic builds, I think you said you could probably end up doing at least 10 or 15 per day, right? Email, customized video emails?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I mean, after that, maybe then you're
Yeah, and if that's what I need to do, I'll do.
Yeah, I mean, then after that, you may have to go to something generic, but I think that's a good place to start. Well,
Yeah.
excellent. Let's stay with me then. Let's check in with Mr. Hamilton. Dave Hamilton?
Hey, Fred, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, And I've been the thing we talked a little about earlier, that I'm a believer that this is a game changer, and it's not a new thing, but it's people taking advantage of, and that is making membership a part of their online business strategy. And I think what's happened is some people get the concept of membership sites, but they think it only is limited to having a big, massive library of information that people pay X amount of dollars a month to belong to. But there are so many more applications that nobody's doing, and it could be done right now. For example, I know so many people that I've talked to that could easily put together a course, a 6, 7, 10-part course that involves text or downloads or videos or audios, and they probably have them already on their computer or in a binder, and they teach it periodically. And what I'm doing is transitioning those to online membership products, where for a one-time fee you come in and get access to that entire course, and it doesn't have to be shipped on a DVD, doesn't have to be downloaded, and you don't have to go to an event. You just purchase and you create a username and password, and you have access to this course. And I think it's just going to open up a lot of doors for a lot of people.
So what you mean is that instead, if I have a course that might have many different parts to it, what you're saying is that I can put all of that online and divide it up. Let's just say it was a 10-part course, right?
Right.
So let's assume a 10-part course. You would end up having at least 10 pages, obviously, that are protected, right?
That's correct.
So protected, and people can't access them.
Unless they have a membership, yes.
Unless they have a membership, yeah. So if they have the membership, so once they are in, then what?
Well, then they can take full advantage of all of the content, whether it's watching videos embedded in there, downloading materials, participating in a forum, and it's a very, very simple process for them. They just click the buy link, put in their payment information, and they got a username and password, and they can return to this membership page anytime they want.
So that, I mean, what's the benefit of using this or doing this versus just having a standard, hey, you buy my product, you order from me, here's what you get?
Well, there's a couple of them. That's the right question. One is you can take what is the perceived value of your product can go sky high. And we've had this talk when I was with you in New York. I've seen some of these high-end $1,000 marketing products from some of these gurus, and all they are a bunch of videos and a big ebook. When you break it down, that's it. But they bill it as you come into the members area, and they just set up a members area. Then it just looks bigger, and they command these high-priced price points for their products. But the other reason that I think is interesting is if you have, say, a 10-part course, like you say, and each part had a 30-minute video. Well, your options to deliver that to people are very, very limited. You basically either ship them a DVD or a bunch of materials, or you run the risk of them being public. Like, how do you deliver it? This is a way to deliver a massive amount of quantity of product to people without worrying about security. And let me just say, I just finished a site for a client that was selling something on ClickBank. And with ClickBank, you pay for it, and then you get sent to a download page. And within 24 hours of this site going live, his product was pirated and already available for download on one of these pirate sites. So it just puts some protection around your content and allows you to deliver big, video, audio products easily.
So in other words, how are you saying that, this protects your content? Explain that to me.
Well, it's if I tell you what, if you give me access to the screen, I can show people an example of this.
Okay, I will do. It's all yours.
Okay. And I'm in the process of setting up some demos, but the first one that I'm going to do is, can you see? I don't know if you can see my site.
I think I can. I've got something in the screen.
Okay, can you see this?
I can.
Okay, let me just open up a new browser. Okay, here's an example. Here's a client of mine who is ex-NFL player, Isaac Bird, and he has a training series. It's for young athletes. It's on mental training. And it consists of a bunch of DVDs and a workbook and a bunch of audios. And this is the members area. And, it's still being developed, but there's modules 1, 2, 3. Each one has 3 different steps, and we're going to develop this out. But we're going to embed a video of him teaching them. We're going to have some text, some audio, some downloads. There's going to be a forum in there. And this is the beautiful thing, is the simplicity that we're going to make this for people. Because the reason I'm convinced people aren't doing this is it's complicated to set up. You're dealing with a website and a shopping cart and this protection, a membership script. And what we're going to do is we are going to hand off a fully functional site with a sales page, with members content. We're even going to design a banner for people for one low cost, cheaper than it would cost to develop a website.
So Dave, here's my question. So this now, in lieu of sending someone lots of DVDs in the mail, right?
Correct.
This guy, what's his name? Isaac Bird?
Isaac Bird, yes.
So Isaac sends people, after people get convinced he's the guy, they order or they pay money, and now they have access to this site, which means to you, if you're selling information products, that you don't have to get involved in digital delivery and or physical shipping of materials.
Exactly, exactly. And let me just show you how we're going to incorporate this. This is his website. Um, Here's his website here. And if we go over to his product page, the course that we're working on is this home study course. You'll see there's a DVD, there's 3 CDs, and there's a workbook. But he was literally going to have to go to the post office every time somebody orders this and deliver it, because you just can't ask people to download all this stuff.
Yep.
Well, instead, he's having me build this site, which as soon as they click the buy link, which would be right here, same thing. Everybody's used to a checkout page and put in your credit card and everything. Well, instead of going to some page where they download gigabytes worth of stuff, they just get sent to a page which says create a username and password. The system automatically emails that to them, and they can return at any time, and they're brought right here to this protected membership area. We're going to add a forum. You can see there's a forum built into it, and there's a forum, ready for discussion. So everything is set up, and we are going to hand people these sites, and it's just up to them to add in their content, and it's ready to go.
The one thing that a comment that I made to you is go back to the previous page if you would.
Okay.
The only comment that I had on this is that I think that each of these modules should be set up with a standard system which includes what you have now, but rather than the tell me what you thought right under there,
Yeah.
I might put right under the video, I might put any audio materials and then any text under that. So I would have video, audio, and text or PDFs. And allow people, and I'm not sure you can do this, but maybe you could allow people to comment at any of those different portions of it. So I'm not sure if the system allows you to have that sort of that comments window come up multiple times.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't think you can. But I get what you're saying. And the reason we got started thinking this is we put together this site called Info Marketing 101, which was just kind of a guide to show people how to do some basic things. And let me just quickly show you the members area, because this is a fully developed site with different steps, and like you say, some have videos, some have, let me just log in here.
Okay. So this is a fully developed version of what you're doing for Isaac.
Exactly. There's module 1, creating your product, creating your website, launching your product, and let's just say we creating your product. Within module 1, you've got 4 different lessons. And within each lesson, there is, text. There's an objective. There's a download there. There's a video that people can watch. In this video, we are going to, screen capture, and of course, a forum for people to comment. So, really, the only thing, and I've even contacted Bill DeWeese. I said, "Do you have a course?" It doesn't matter what the course is. It doesn't matter the format, if it's video, text, audio, but to be able to take a course and start selling it online, would just open so many doors, I think, that people haven't been able to use before.
Hey, Bill, what do you think now? Right now, how are you delivering video to people?
Talking to
Probably
me?
through the worst way possible. No, I mean, downloading it, just because, it was just kind of quick and easy. But I need something that's a little more. Well, what I like about this, I like the idea of the monthly recurring revenue, in addition to the delivery model.
Now, the thing about it is Bill,
and so
this can assume that they just buy it once, and this is for either recurring revenue or for a one-shot deal.
Yeah, it's
okay.
And for our setup, we just ask people, "What's your price?" It's either one time $97, fine, or $97 and then $10 a month, fine. We set it up for them. So
And in your
You
case,
know,
Bill DeWeese, I think that what you could do is very easily have people that come in who want to get training and they spend X amount of dollars. For example, right now the cost to get that whole video series was what, 147 or something?
247.
247. Well, another way to present it might be maybe one of the reasons why people were balking was because of price. Well, what about if we did $97 up front and $30 per lesson? Could he do that, Dave?
absolutely. The content can be dripped, meaning, a new lesson appears at a predetermined time every week, every month, whatever. And that keeps people hanging on and paying.
What do you think about that, Bill?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I think anytime you can keep people coming back and paying to do it, I think that's a good thing.
Good. Now,
I don't know that the price point is an issue, but if it makes it open for more people to be involved, then I think better, the better yet.
uh, Dave, let me get back. I'll get back the screen for a second here. Thanks. And I'll
Sure.
just because I had some other ideas but you're not done yet here. So I'm thinking. Can you see my screen now, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing that you and I, Bill DeWeese, had been talking about is I think that it's a really good idea for you to, as quickly as possible, put up your 10K offer. Have you finished putting together? And I think that should be a paragraph just to get it started at the top, explaining it, or multi-paragraphs, what it is, and then bullet points, and then buy now. And the reason for this is, Bill, I think that the sooner you can get up your 10K offer, which consists of 3 days with you, et cetera, the better off we are, because all of a sudden now, people who look at a $247 product after they've seen this 10K offer are going to say, wow, $10,000, but look, this is only 250 bucks.
Yeah.
So
Now, do you actually, on a 10K offer, do you actually put that on the website?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
the price point?
Absolutely, 100%.
Because I would think you'd want somebody to actually call you to talk about it.
No,
I would
put it. I would put it up there. I would put a buy now button, or I would put, need, to ask some questions, and then have some kind of a submission thing there. So I mean,
Okay.
let it be your biggest problem that somebody actually puts in an order. Sight unseen.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay.
So, but the point of this is, yes, it should be on the website, and yes, it should be next to the $247 products, right next to it on the same page. If you were to go back to Dave's template, Dave, your template, you had a thing for products where all the products could be listed, correct?
Yeah. You mean on the membership thing?
Right. So in other words, Bill, if we're looking here, let's just say that one of these tabs, this product tab, right? On this product tab, if I click on it, right now it goes to pay. I would like to see at the very top one-to-one coaching like you have here, and I'd like to be able to expand this. And I would put here one-to-one coaching with Bill DeWeese, $10,000 for 3 days, right at the top, because I want the first thing they see to be a really expensive thing. So then when they start scrolling down here and they see something here for $247, then they're going to go, oh, well, I don't know if I can afford the 10 grand right now, but I can certainly afford the 247 bucks.
Right. Now, so not necessarily its own separate page, but to be listed kind of along with other products.
I like the idea
Correct?
of having its own page as well. So I would have these as separate pages. The 10K offer, the 5K offer, and I'd make this, the $2,000 offer. And again, each of these, the only real, well, not the only difference, but this one I know is 3 days, one-on-one with Bill. This is, 2 days with 3 people max. And this last one for 2K is 5 people max for 1 day. So let's put all of those on there, because I want people to see all of these other, because if they saw these things here, Bill, and they
Uh-huh.
went to the product page. Now, Dave, let me give you back the screen, Dave. And why don't
Okay.
you show? And again, I don't know if Irmel's going to be able to do this or what we can do, but looking at Dave Hamilton's screen, show him, Dave, that portion that lists all the various products within the. Let me just hold on one second before you get there. I'm going to make this small enough that people who are watching this can see it. Go ahead and show him. Yeah, go scroll to the top of that page.
Okay.
So these are the products. So assuming we had products that sort of had a picture or whatever, and then, I would have the price right up top. Start thinking like a pro dash $10,000. Then top
Yeah.
selling book dash $5,000. I'd have the prices go from high to low. So then when you finally get to the home study course, which is $997, you're going, oh man, this is a bargain.
Yeah. And it does work. It works with me. I mean, if you hit them with a big price, the other ones seem very reasonable.
Show them your example there. What are you Are you talking about the Authority Sites 101?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to jump over to because and this is again what we are getting very efficient at putting up for people is pages like this where, in fact, let me just show a site that we just finished for one of your clients there, Fred, Sheila Henry, and she had a couple. Let me turn off her pop-up on her products page. I think she just now has two, but she's got an ebook she wrote. She's got a DVD, and bottom line is just very easy in this template that we create for people to have a products page. We create the cover for them. We have the buy link that works for their shopping cart. And like I say, now we're going to have it go to membership sites as well as downloads.
So, Bill DeWeese, what I'm thinking of is maybe we should ask Irmel whether or not we can incorporate something like this into your site without hurting it, because I love the idea of the way this is displayed. Now, naturally, there's probably other ways to display this as well, but this whole list of products. But in answer to your question, yes, I would have one of my, and let me just get this back from you again, Dave. Here, sorry.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would make it so that, and you were back on your screen, right? You can see it, Dave? I mean, Bill?
I can see you, yeah.
And Dave, you
Yeah.
can't. Bill, you can also, right?
Right.
One of the things that we might want to do is, under coaching, for example, we might go there and have, again, I'd like to see if you're coaching, well, tell me, what do I get and how much does it cost? So under products, you may have it again under coaching, but if we keep going back to your funnel, you've got, so now you have $10,000 offer for 3 days with you, a $5,000 offer, a $2,000 offer. Then my question then becomes to ask you is, and again, I don't know what this will be, but you need something at $997, you need something at $777, you need something at $497, and all you have to do is start deciding what's going to go into each one of these price points. And again,
Right.
anything that we put in, but when we go from here to here to here to here, it now, when someone sees that you have price points that go up to $10,000, they're down here at $777. They're saying, you know what, that's really not that much.
Right. No, I understand the psychology behind it.
Yeah, but not.
I'm just wondering if
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
But do we not need to build a case for the 10K offer before they actually look at it and laugh and go someplace else? I mean, if I saw 10K without, if that's the first thing I saw, I would laugh and and I would click off.
Well, no, I think if you put the 10K offer and here's what I would put at the very top as a summary of it: 3 full days with Bill DeWeese, one-on-one. If that was what you said to me, like this at the very
Right.
top, I'm not going to be.
Before you see.
Yeah, I'm not going to be
Okay.
surprised or disappointed or shocked by that, because then, and what I would do is I might have it so that the products on this page, and again, Stanley can do this or Ermal can do it, whatever. It might be nice to have this and have, if you click on it, it expands. So when it's not clicked on, all this stuff goes away. As soon as you click on it,
Okay.
then all of the bullet points and whatever show up. So that right next to this one, rather than having all of this, you would have, and it would obviously be $10,000. It would look more like this. And you would say, you would give people, what it is, 2-day seminar, whatever. And so now people would see only this until they clicked on it, and it would display exactly what that is all about.
I see.
Is that making sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
And so what's the, I would say two-day seminar, maximum of 3 people. So then 1-day seminar, maximum of 5 people. So now all of a sudden, I'm not really as shocked by this price, but especially if you put it in this way, so that let's say this is your, this is products on your products page. And now you have, and maybe, obviously a little bit of space between these, but when people look at it like this, and then, blah, 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 whatever this is, then all of a sudden, whoops, let me get that back. Then all of a sudden, some of these other price points just really don't seem all that bad. And all of a
Right.
sudden
No, I
now,
see that.
yeah.
And so when you hit it, it expands. You get a few more lines of description, and then there's a link to go to like a dedicated web page for that product.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Dave, do you agree on that?
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy enough to create a page, just writing the copy and having almost a simulated sales page right
Yeah,
there.
that's why I would suggest to you, Bill, that you take a look at this list right now, copy down the price points, and start putting together the following. I'd like to see you come up with a paragraph description of each one of the price points, and then underneath that, bullet points that give, features and benefits to each. So when I click on the $10,000 event, it expands, and then you can click on it and you get a full page. But I love the idea of, of having it. If you showed me this page like this, and I came to you and I was seriously interested in voiceovers, and I'd seen a bunch of your videos, and I was convinced that you were, in fact, the man, I would go, okay, well, let me see. How much can I afford? And so then I say to myself, you know what? I can't really spend that kind of money. I'm going to afford, I'm going to start here. So now after that person, and think of this, these are the people who, 1-day seminar on video or audio, taking what you've currently just done and putting that into some kind of form, which again goes back to Dave Hamilton, which is all of that. By the way, is your video edited for the seminar, the audiobook seminar?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did that yourself, right?
I did.
Man, did you enjoy the process?
No, I did not.
Did you did you
Welcome to my world.
But you got it done.
I got it done, and
I've lost you.
I got it done, and I learned a few things along the way.
Okay, great. So now you've got that all done. Now what you could do is you could use Dave's system. So rather than having people have to get these shipped to them via Kanaki, although I still would like you to have that set up, because remember, some people, right? Some folks will want the physical version. So my question to you is, have you already uploaded all this stuff to Kanaki yet?
No, I have not done that yet.
Okay, so your next step is to upload to Kanaki. But Dave,
Right.
tell him what else he should do. How difficult would it be for him? And in other words, he probably needs some kind of a hosting account like an Amazon S3 account, right?
Yeah, well, what I'd recommend, Bill, and I shot you an email, if if you got me the videos, I'd like to show you what could be done and use it as a demo for other people because like our friend Fred Gleeck, who has Fred, how many products of seminars do you have sitting
Right.
in your endless, and I think a lot of people do too, to be able to boom instantly have a membership product that you don't have to ship.
Now remember,
So
by the term membership product, Bill, Dave is meaning it just is a protected page. It doesn't have to be
Okay.
going on every month.
yeah.
Okay. Dave, do you want a physical DVD or do you want me to create these in smaller versions that I can upload?
Well, whichever's easier. My guess is shipping a DVD is probably, as long as I have like the MOV files.
Yeah, ship them
Okay.
out. You've got DVDs now. How many total DVDs did this come out to, by the way?
Well, 3 DVDs, but 7 videos total. Like so, 3, 2, and 2
Okay, so what
on
you
each.
need to do is send those physically to Dave. Dave, you can correspond with Bill and give him your mailing address. Have him
Yeah.
send it to you, and you could quickly sort of capture that and upload it and put it onto a protected page, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's what my
Okay.
system's going to do quickly.
Okay. Awesome.
And while you're doing that, though, you probably should learn both for CD and DVD how to upload these to Kanaki so that now Kanaki, what you need to do is you've set up an account, right?
Yeah, and I've done a test run with it. I have had something produced.
Okay, and you had something produced that was a DVD or a CD.
It was a CD.
Okay, so the same. Now remember to do the DVD, to upload that DVD, that sucker's going to
Yeah.
have to be working like overnight.
Yeah, I know. I saw. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean it takes a while, but once you get it, once you get the information up to them, then all you need to do is design your packaging, and they will ship it out to people, and they'll send you the first one to show you a sample of what it looks like.
Right. Okay.
So now, Dave, do you have
Yeah,
any
and I did that
comments?
with my.
Dave Hamilton,
What's that?
do you have any comments on what I just said?
No, I think I agree with you. A multi-tiered approach where they can have, on the same product page, you could have order the 3 DVD set for $247 or get instant access right now for $97. Why not give people some people like to have it on their shelf. Fine, we'll ship it for that. Or instant access membership, fine with that too. It's just people haven't had that option before.
Yeah. And so, Bill, I think this becomes, when someone, again, I always, I've created now, I've made it so physical products, I've made it so my physical products cost 4 times as much as the same exact thing in downloadable form.
Wow. Okay.
Because I don't want to have to send stuff out. I don't like the hassle. But in your case, I think it would be fine for you to say order for 247 or see it now for just 197 online.
Right. And I can can I just have like a link to the Kunaki thing so I don't have to actually worry about it
You
if they do
can't
order physical discs?
you can't now, Dave, answer that question, would you?
It takes a little bit of custom programming because to get Kanaki to ship it, it's not a smooth transition from a shopping cart to Kanaki unless they buy it through Kanaki's shopping cart, but then you don't capture the information. So
I see.
there are ways to do it, but it takes a little bit of
Do you,
customization.
do you,
Okay.
do you
I
have,
see.
Dave, do you have custom programming already done that interfaces between Web Marketing Magic and Kanaki?
I paid someone a year ago to do it, and I never set it up. So yes, but I've never had a guinea pig to try it on.
Nice. Bill, guinea pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be now for people that are watching or listening at home, KUNAKI.com is a place that will duplicate and ship both CDs and DVDs. So here's what we need to do then, Dave. I mean, Bill, do you see the beauty of it is somebody gets there and somebody who's, an old traditionalist says, you know what, I want to, send me the DVDs. I'll pay the 247. Whereas somebody else who's
Right.
who's real net savvy goes, screw that. I don't want to wait for all that time. I just want to see it now, and it's cheaper too. Boom, let me have it.
Right. No, that makes sense.
And but the key here is you need to again spend your time developing, which products are going to go in here, which product goes here, and the description, both the paragraph and the bullet points. And again, the more expensive the product, I mean, if we're up here at $10,000 and we give people three sentences of a paragraph and 2 bullet points, that's not going to be enough for them to make a decision. And
Right.
also on these 10,000 and 5,000, all the way to here, up to here, they'll need to talk on the phone,
Right.
which is fine. I don't mind you spending your time on the phone with people who are willing to spend upwards of $2,000.
Sure.
Below the $1,000 mark, it's like, here it is, take it or leave it.
Right. Okay.
Does that
That
make
makes
sense?
sense. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I just knew there'd be more selling involved. Obviously, the higher the price point.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, again, one of the things I would put as one of the bullet points under the $10,000 is I only do this 4 times a year, spaces fill up quickly, et cetera, et cetera. So you want to create scarcity with this. And again, I don't think you probably want to do, maybe 6 times a year. I would say 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let it be your biggest problem that you got to do 18 days of work and make, $60,000.
Yeah, I can think of worse things.
Right. So then doing this, I just think you need to create the description. You'll have. I mean, the nice thing is you already have the product. The product is you. All you need to do is create an outline, and you're set. And work with Dave to try, because I'd love to see it. And Dave, I'd also like to see the Kanaki interface as well as the membership site access to this.
Yeah, the membership site is what I'm looking for. And Fred, can I throw out a plug real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Anybody that's on the call that is interested in this and has a seminar recording or an online course, I don't want to just make dummy sites. I'd like to do real sites to build a portfolio. If you could have them get in touch with me.
Where?
I'd love to talk with people who like the idea.
What address or what do you want them to do?
Dave at WM Magician.
Okay, and so Dave at WM Magician, and this is, what are they contacting you about?
About if they have material that might fit in a membership product like this and want to be kind of a test subject.
Okay, and what would that cost them, and what would they have to have? So what are the qualifications as well as what's their fee?
Okay, well, I don't know the fee yet. I'd like to talk with them about that. We're still working out our price point, but we're offering a full service. They will get a sales page, payment integration, literally, it's ready to sell. But what they need is they need material. Either like Bill, I just recorded a 2-day seminar and I want to sell it, or I have a
audio, video, both.
Both, either, doesn't matter. It could be all text, could be all downloads, as long as it's either a course they want to sell or a recording from an event. Both of those, I think, are great applications for this.
Good. Okay, good. That sounds good to me. I think that people could benefit from that, and I would be anxious to see. So one of the reasons why you'll do this at a slightly reduced price is because you want to get some sample sites up there for other people to look at, right?
Exactly. And Fred, I'd like to do some of yours. I know you've got a lot of seminars that you're selling by shipping CDs out, and I think they could. I got
a perfect one that I think Stanley's already duplicated. The last JV Partner Summit.
Oh wow! There you go.
Don't you have a set? You have a set of those DVDs, don't you?
I don't think I got a. I don't think I got a DVD of it.
Okay. Well, Stanley.
I got some audios.
Yeah, you got some. You didn't get the. No. I sent you guys DVDs, so I think I gave you DVDs. I think anyway.
I'll have to go back and look at this. I thought they were audios.
Okay, Stanley has got them, so let's do that. Good. Well, great guys. I'm excited because this will be good, and everybody that's on this particular webinar can also access you. And again, let me enlarge this just to show everybody here what it is. So Dave at WMMagician.com. So good. Hey, thank you both very much for being on the call. And like always, we do these every Wednesday. So again, Dave, Bill, and everybody that's listening and watching, thank you very much for being here. This is Fred Gleeck, and we'll see you next time, folks. Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
You got it.